My name is Rhapsody and welcome back to Hearthstone Ranked. It's been such an incredibly long time. I'm going to quickly take you into my collection so that I can reveal the deck I'm going to be starting to run with for this season. Da-da-da-da-da-da! That's right. After our pack opening video from all of the gold we've earned from Arena and from daily quests, plus all of the packs we've earned from Arena for a very long time, you'll be able to find the pack opening link down in the description. We built a Miracle deck, which is based on a Miracle deck that Trump has been running, which itself is based on a Miracle deck that was built a long time ago by Kalento. Okay. The whole point of this deck, in case you are unfamiliar with Miracle decks, is to get out the Gadgets and Auctioneer and keep him safe, usually by way of concealing him. So usually that happens on turn 6, or if you're really lucky, turn 5, because you've got Gadgets and Coin, Conceal, or possibly Gadgets and Preparation, which makes your next spell cost 3 less, and then Conceal. And then you just cast a lot of really cheap spells. That's why all of these really cheap spells are in here. A lot of them are really good for the deck as well, but some of them for just cycling cards, like Fan of Knives. Deal 1 damage to all enemy minions, draw a card. That's there just so you can draw a card off the Gadgets and Auctioneer, you can prep into it and cost it for nothing, and sometimes it hits minions, but it's almost useless for that. Okay. You do all of this card draw, so you can set yourself up with this final combo. Leroy Jenkins, plus Shadow Step, and then Shadow Step again. So Shadow Step makes it cost 2 less, and because Leroy Jenkins is charged and only costs 4, you get 6 damage, cost him back to your hand, cast him again. 6 damage, bring him back to your hand, cast him again. 6 damage. So that's a total of 18 damage on 8 mana, only using 3 cards. Then you can use Cold Blood, you can use Sinister Strikes, you can use Eviscerate, you can finish off your opponent in a multitude of ways after that point. So this is literally a card-for-card copy of Trump's Miracle deck. You'll be able to find the deck list down in the description as well. And just in case you're interested, you'll be able to find all of the cards that I DE'd to make this deck, and the crafting of this deck, again, down in the description. That's going to be an unlisted video because I don't particularly know why anyone would want to watch that, but if you do, you're welcome to. Now, we are probably going to have a little bit less success with the Miracle deck than with the Shaman deck, at least to begin with. Because I know all of the Shaman matchups, I know what cards to keep, I'm ready for all of that. But with Miracle, I'm not certain. So I'm going to be using my best judgment on what cards to keep, what cards to throw back, that type of thing. And going straight into Ranked. Now, I know the season is probably going to end in about 15 to 10 days, so I'm probably not going to reach Legend in this season, but I will get above 20, and I will get the card back for this season. So that's everything I need, right? So there's all of the exposition that you need at the very start of this video. It's taken 4 minutes and 20 seconds, but now you know everything you need to know. So 4 minutes and 4:20, expose it. But now you know everything you need to know to watch this deck.
I will fight with honor.
Watch
okay.
your back.
Fuck. As a paladin, I think he's going to be the zoo paladin. It's kind of like a rush paladin, right? It's a low cost paladin. So I'm gonna keep Blade Flurry for board clear and Backstab for single target clear, especially if I need to remove, you know. Oh, Backstab Eviscerate is going to be really good if I need to remove a Blood Knight that has eaten a Divine Shield, which is very common in the Paladin deck. Okay, so we have a really good setup here. We've got Gadgets and Auctioneer, we've got Coin, and we've got a 0-cost spell. So if we get Gadgets and Auctioneer out on turn 5, we can dig twice to see if we can get the... okay, so I'm just going to equip a dagger and kill that. We can dig twice to see if we can pick up that Conceal.
Reporting for duty.
The Paladin is going to have a lot of difficulty killing a concealed Gadgets and Auctioneer. Oh, prep. That's going to make everything so much easier.
Here we go.
Absolutely no reason to do anything other than kill that and re-dagger. Yeah, the Paladin is going to have a lot of difficulty killing a concealed Gadgets and Auctioneer because their only undirected damage comes out of Consecrate.
Reporting for duty.
And Avenging Wrath, basically. Ah, clever. Keeps that one alive. Okie dokie. How badly do I want to kill that? Because I can kill it. I guess I can probably afford to... See, I can't play the Gadgets and Auctioneer this turn because the possibility is far too high that he has a True Silver Champion and then just turns around and kills it. So I guess I want to Backstab and Blade Flurry. Okay, so if I'm doing that... Because I don't want to take 4 damage. Oh, shit. I should have just taken the 4 damage. No. The fact that he is playing this slow tells me he probably doesn't have a lot of cards. Like, he has high-cost cards. So Blade Flurry should be fine. And then re-dagger. Okay, so next turn I have Gadgets and Auctioneer, plus Coin, which counts as a spell, so I draw a card. Prep counts as a spell, so I draw a card, and then probably an Eviscerate to clear whatever's on the board, like that. So I have 3 chances to draw Conceal. So, Gadgets and Auctioneer, Coin. That's not Conceal. Prep. That's not Conceal. Eviscerate. That's not Conceal. Shit. I really do want to keep... Hang on, why am I keeping the Deadly Poison? I only have 1 Blade Flurry in this deck. So Deadly Poison is there just to combo with that. So I guess I'll...
Well played.
We did it, guys! Okay, so I realized that since I'm in ranks 25 to 20, by the way, you can't drop below 20 unless the season is reset. I'm versing people who have either just started playing the game or the season is reset for them. So I'm not expecting a lot of kind of net deck type stuff. Net decking, by the way, the definition of that is when someone just goes, look, that's a successful deck, therefore I'm going to emulate it exactly. Ooh. I want to keep the SI7 because I want a solid minion on the board if he is Zoo. Oh, I want to keep this whole hand, actually. I think that might have been the wrong choice. Because this is probably really fucking bad against, Oh god, what's the name of it? Oh, I know its name as well. Handlock. So if he casts a minion this turn, I'm happy. Oh my god. It's a Murloc deck. I'm not certain why you would put up such a strong Murloc, because that's actually like a really good Murloc. You fill your board and then you play that Murloc, and suddenly you have a lot more damage. It's kind of like the Timberwolf of the Murloc deck. That's really strong, and I'm not certain why you would put it out early, considering I can kill it. Like, it was obvious I could kill it as well. So, if that's a Flame Imp... shit. Man. Okay, so I'm going to heal myself. What am I going to do next turn? I'll probably use a Sinister Strike to prepare a SI7 agent to kill the Knife Juggler. But just in case I need to kill this instead, in the case that the Knife Juggler trades, I'm going to use my Dagger. Especially because there's not a chance next turn that I'm going to use Dagger Mastery and then Deadly Poison to prep for a SI7. Because it only had one durability on the Dagger. And I want to get 2 Deadly Poison strikes, ideally. Oh dear god. Okay, yep.
Of course.
Yes. The Murloc Tidecaller can become difficult to deal with later,
This guy's
but this one is already providing him the capability of killing one of my minions for free. And minions are few and far between in this deck, so I'm going to try and make sure they survive whenever I possibly can. I am 7 cards down in my deck, and I still have not got a Gadgets and Auctioneer. I heard statistics floating about saying that if you get a Gadgets and Auctioneer in your first 15 cards, your win rate against most decks is 75% or something crazy like that. But if you get it in your last 15 cards, your first Gadgets and Auctioneer, there are 2 in this deck. If it comes in your last 15 cards, apparently your win rate goes down to 25%. Obviously, at this point, Fan of Knives would be really nice. Okay. So, I can't continue to take that damage. I am going to play an Azure Drake, draw a card, Cold Blood, cool. Yeah, I do not have combo in hand, so I need to try to control the board at the moment. So I took out the minion of his that has the capability of snowballing. Oh god. I am horribly, horribly afflicted by the flu at the moment. So I am loading up on shitloads of caffeine just to try and put myself in a position where I don't die halfway through this. So he keeps putting himself lower and lower in life, which is just very welcome. The Blood Imp is going to make sure that one of them survives to a Fan of Knives. Sap. Not interesting to me. Okay, so... yeah. At this point, I'm basically using the Blood Mage Thalnos as gain 2 life, because he'll have to attack the Blood Mage Thalnos rather than me, and also draw a card. So I'm just using it to cycle cards, and that's a lot of what this deck is about. Getting out the Gadgets and Auctioneer, and then just cycling your spells until you get your combo. Being the Leroy Jenkins Shadow Step, Shadow Step. Backstab's gonna be pretty good to have. Oh man, come on. Shit. Alright, so he's all in. I need some board clear. Alright, so there's the Gadgets and Auctioneer. I think I have to cast it. Okay, so I'm thinking of my strategy at the moment. I'm gonna Gadgets and Auctioneer. Start off with a backstab to kill one of these, because I don't want to have to take 3 damage to the face when using my dagger. Okay, so there's Leroy, that's pretty good. Now I'm going to prep a sap to throw the Murloc Tidehunter back. Yep, that's fine. Okay, so that means I can kill the Murloc Raider just with my dagger.
Here we
Yep,
go.
do that. Sinister Strike and then Cold Blood. Sinister Strike. Prep Eviscerate. I need to just draw into my combo. Actually, if I prep Eviscerate his face, he goes down to 16. I'll have 8 mana. All I need to do is draw 2 Shadow Steps. And I've got 2 Shadow Steps in there. So yeah, I'll prep and Eviscerate his face. There's one Conceal. I could have prepped the Conceal. Prep Eviscerate his face. And then Conceal to keep my Gadgets and Auctioneer alive. So there's 1 Shadow Step. Perfect. So I have Leroy Jenkins, Shadow Step. Hang on, have I got lethal next? I have lethal next turn. If he doesn't win this turn, I win. I have Leroy Jenkins plus Gadgets and Auctioneer. Makes a total of 10 damage. Then Cold Blood makes that a total of 14.
Well played.
Oh, there's the Fan of Knives I was looking for. Leroy Jenkins. Oh, come on, both Fan of Knives were that low in the deck. So that's an example of how the deck runs. Oh, shit. Okay, looks like this episode is gonna run just a little long. Because I don't want to play just 2 matches in an episode, and Miracle usually ends the game before turn 10. You either lose horribly, or you win horribly. So, we are going to play another one. I'm going to try and keep this ranked season around 20 to 25 minutes per episode. Hopefully that's okay with you. If you've got any feedback on episode length, or feedback on anything really in the series, comments below are the way to contact me. Or inbox if you don't want to comment. That's fine.
Valera versus Throw.
Or if you'd prefer, there is Twitter, @RhapsodyLP.
Watch your back.
Against a Shaman, I think there is actually a high possibility that I wait until turn 5 and cast Bloodmage Salnos Fan of Knives to clear the board. Because a lot of the things that the Shaman is going to put on the board are going to be 2 health. Because totems, I think? Oh no, Feral Spirits. I'm an idiot. I guess the Bloodmage Thalmos would be able to kill one of the Feral Spirits, and then it'd kill the other with a dagger. Okay. So I'm still okay with how this is going.
I smell blood.
Oh, it's a shame I can't kill that. So do I have a turn 3 play? No.
Here we go.
So, what you constantly have to think about with a Miracle Rogue deck, or at the very least, what I've seen from people being coached in Miracle Rogue, is you constantly have to think about what are you going to play next turn? What is likely for you to have to play next turn? At the moment, nothing. Unless that's a taunt. Not a taunt. Okay, at the moment, it's not likely I'm going to play anything next turn. So,
Here we go.
I am hitting with the Wicked Knife both times so that I can Dagger Mastery back up. It's just 2 free damage at that point. I'd really like to get the Azure Drake out on turn 5, because it puts a body on the field and it helps me start cycling through my cards a little bit better. Oh god, suddenly Fan of Knives is horrible, because that would go up to 5 damage. Okay, so I can Deadly Poison and then kill that. Do I want to do that? Yeah, that's fine.
Here we go.
I'm not going to play the Bloodmage Thalmos unless I'm getting immediate value out of it, for the reasoning that playing it without getting immediate value... I also have the capability of clearing the board this turn, but those aren't high-value targets. The capability of him Earth-shocking it and removing my card draw is horrible. I can't let that happen. I need to be drawing every card that I can so I can get down to my Auctioneer, and my Leroy, and my Shadow Step, and my Shadow Step, and my Conceal. When I phrase it like that, it seems really expensive, doesn't it? Oh, come on, that's protected and you're still not doing anything with it. Okay, that's
Here
fine.
we go.
And drop the Azure Drake out. Oh, nice. So I've got 2 Fan of Knives in hand, which is actually really good. If he Feral Spirits this turn and, say, Totems, I'll Bloodmage Thalnos and Fan of Knives to clear his whole board. Fan of Knives is, as I said, usually used just for the card draw, so being able to do that with it is... oh. Feral Spirits and attack my face.
Handle it.
Oh. Now, that's just not nice. I'm gonna say well played to that.
Played.
Because you don't see these cards run, and he's using them somewhat effectively. I really wish he would be attacking with that Worgen Infiltrator. Not for not for my benefit, for his. Okay, so I have the Conceal ready. I just need to draw into my Gadgets and Auctioneer, which means that I'm likely to Fan of Knives on an empty board. Just because of how important that card draw is. As I said, I'm 11 cards down in my deck, and I still do not have my, my Gadgetzan. I have 2 in the deck! I promise you, there's 2 in the deck somewhere. A lot of times you'll find yourself mulliganing your whole hand, and you'll get both Gadgets and Auctioneers in the opening hand. That's always a fun time, because then you have a lot of card draw, but nothing to draw cards off of. So, it's kind of the reverse of what your usual problem is. Obviously, Bloodmage Thalnos is really nice in this deck because of all of the things that are doing spell damage. Feral Spirits is actually pretty good for me. Fan of Knives, no, fine. Okay, so I'm actually gonna Fan of Knives on the empty board. There's the Gadgetzan. And because I am going to be drawing so many cards next turn, I'm gonna prep. I'm gonna probably Eviscerate and Conceal. Okay. So because I'm going to be drawing so many cards next turn, I'm gonna Shiv his face this turn. Because I'm likely to overdraw and actually have more than 10 cards in my hand. Because I have a minion on the board that will draw a card when he dies. And also, Shiv draws a card for being a spell and being cast while I have the Gadgetzan Auctioneer on the field, and then draws a card from the effect of the spell. So I would be filling my hand way too quickly. Especially considering that I still have the Deadly Poisons in the deck. I believe I have 1 Deadly Poison left in the deck, because I've used 1 to kill the Tauren Warrior and the Ironfur Grizzly. Don't be taunt, don't be taunt, wasn't taunt. Yeah, I should be okay. I should be very okay here. At the end of this turn, I was going to say very likely to sacrifice my my Blood Mage Thalnos to kill the Searing Totem. Looks like I'm not going to be doing that anymore. Okay, Gadgetzan Auctioneer, out you come. Let's do all of the shitty stuff that we want to do first. Okay, so guess I'm backstabbing that. How do I get everything off the board and draw a lot of cards? That's what I've got to think about. So, backstab can kill this, and then he has no activators for the Flame Tongue. Although he was running a charge minion before, but I'm going to be concealing, so it doesn't matter. So, backstab this. Draw a card. Cool. Okay, so Eviscerate will outright kill the Flame Tongue Totem, but it can also just be used to hit the face, because it doesn't really matter. So I'm going to prep Abyss the face. Edwin Van Cleef. Oh my god. This is going to be really good. Okay, so because I have Edwin Van Cleef, I'm actually going to prep. Oh, actually attack the face first. I'm going to prep the Conceal so that Edwin Van Cleef can come out as a 14-14. Well played. Okay, so against the... keep saying, okay, so... yeah, okay, go. I really like that band. Against the Shaman matchup, the only kind of thing that can kill your Gadgetzan Auctioneer whilst he is concealed is having spell damage and then using a Lightning Storm. And the Lightning Storm then only has a 50-50 to kill it, because the Lightning Storm can either do 3 or 4 damage. When you have 1 spell damage, it's usually 2 and 3. So then it's the 50-50 to kill the Gadgetzan Auctioneer. Which is why in this matchup, you make sure they don't have magic damage on the field before you play your Gadgetzan Auctioneer. Of course, he's almost completely welcome to kill the Gadgetzan Auctioneer. Because I most certainly have lethal. Is he going to concede? Or is he going to let me do my miracles?
Well played.
He has 0 mana, so I'm not wrong in saying well played. Game is over.
What?
Cool, cool. Okay. Sinister Strike. Sinister Strike. Deadly Poison.
Here we
Hit the face. Blade Flurry. This is why Miracle Rogue is awesome. Because of bullshit like this. Eviscerate the face. I didn't even attack with anything. All of these minions still have the capability of attacking. This is stupid. It's stupid, it's cruel, and I love it. Oh dear God. Something tells me we are going to be playing Miracle Rogue for a very long time, or at the very least until it's nerfed and I cry tears of blood. Okay. That'll be the end of this episode. If you've liked the video, click like. If you've disliked the video, feel free to click dislike. If you want to see more videos like this in the future, subscribe to my channel. There'll also be a link to the playlist down in the description for Hearthstone Ranked and Hearthstone Arena if you're interested. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourself, and we'll see you next time.